We always knew there's going to be a company that came out with a product that had an ingredient that would completely change the game. Thus, that company completely changing the game. Today, we're going to talk about that and see if that's the case. Welcome on in, everyone. If you're new to this channel, we are Beer Talk with Kyle and Joe. I'm Kyle.
I'm Joe. So hang tight, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right, guys, let's go ahead and talk about price. Let's talk about presentation. Before we do, let's go ahead and talk about the owner and the company a little bit. So the company that we're talking about is Copper John's Beard Co. And the owner's name is Tyson. And Tyson's out of Utah. Really cool guy. We've had the opportunity to talk with him on a few occasions through phone calls, through video chats, which has been really awesome getting to know him. He was actually pretty nervous about his launch, nervous about getting his products tested by reviewers, just because of all the passion he has for this. And I can tell you, it really paid off. He uses some unique ingredients, which we're going to talk about here in a little bit. But one thing that's really cool that Joe and I want to talk with you about is a Copper John is actually a fish hook that is used for fly fishing, and it comes with each order.
Yeah. So as you can see there, just a very unique little knickknack there that he adds to kind of up that presentation piece of it, which is something that I just absolutely love. And definitely something that will, be added, somewhere in my, collection that I have. So let's dive right into these prices. Very simple. He has oils and he has some butters. And for both of those, you're going to be looking at $20 each. So just slightly above market average. But as you'll see, we definitely think it's going to be well worth the price.
Yep. And then we'll also have a discount code for you, which we'll go over at the end, which will knock that price even down for you. He also has some bundle deals where you'll save a few bucks as well.
Yep.
So let's go ahead and dive into the presentation. I personally loved it. I think the logos are so cool. Let's go ahead. Joe, if you want to show the butter logo there, the
Absolutely.
butter bottle, I'll go ahead and show the logo for the oil. And as you can see, he's got the guy there. It's like a white. It's got the amber bottle with the white logo, and there's just some gray imperfections in the logo, which is really cool. Really digging the presentation for this. One thing that stuck out to me that I really like is, just like Joe's showing you, the butter is a glass bottle, which just makes it more heavy, and it's just kind of a better feel. Do you like the glass bottles over the plastic, Joe?
Yeah, absolutely. It just adds so much to like your presentation. I mean, as you can see our shelves in the background, I mean, we love having our stuff on display. And I mean, just those little things is what's going to push, his products up front and be shown off, right off the bat.
Right.
So absolutely love that glass jar that he's using for the butters.
Yep.
And, the label on the bottles, just no space, unused, loved it all.
Yep, absolutely. So normally our next segment that we're going to go into is scent, but there's a really special ingredient that we want to talk with you guys about. So next segment here, let's go ahead and talk about feel and beard.
Ionic Inland Sea Minerals.
Yes, sir. So that is the special ingredient that Tyson and he puts in his Copper John products. So when we first met with him, he told us about him, and not by any means that I didn't believe him. I had all faith in the world, but I didn't know it would make this much of a difference. He told us, give it a few days, give it a week, and you're going to see the difference in your beard. Wearing this stuff for a week straight, my beard has never felt so amazing.
Yeah. Man, when Tyson brought it to our attention, he was so confident about it. Wasn't cocky, but very confident, and he knew what he was talking about. Tyson is somebody who's very well educated, and I will say he caught both of our interests right away. And yeah, the way these felt in our beards is something that we truly can honestly say that we've never felt before.
Right. So let's go ahead and read the ingredients for the oil. Let's read the ingredients for the butter. Then we'll dive into the sea minerals in a little more detail. All right. So in the beard oil, we are looking at jojoba oil, metafoam oil, which we're seeing more and more that Joe and I both like a lot.
Yes.
Argan oil, coconut oil, almond oil, sunflower oil, apricot oil, castor oil, vitamin E, and then, of course, the Ionic inland sea minerals.
Right.
So that's the ingredients in the oil. And then for the butter here, we have shea butter, jojoba butter, oil, metafoam oil, coconut oil, argan oil, vitamin E, ionic inland sea minerals, and then fragrance oils.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and do a deep dive here. We want to show you guys what is some more info about these sea minerals.
All right. So Tyson told us that as soon as we put these products in our beards, we are going to notice a difference right away. He guaranteed that. And let us tell you, challenge accepted. These products are unbelievable. I know we just did a top 5 list of feel-in oils. And let me tell you something. If we were doing this list again, this would be right up there. Kyle, dive right in and tell us how it felt for you, man.
Yeah, the word unbelievable was correct. I've never felt a beard products that are like this. I just want to show you really quick what this oil looks like. The oil felt amazing. It almost looks like it has parts to it. Like
Yeah.
like you can see the minerals, almost like it's chunky or cloudy,
Mm-hmm.
but it just absolutely feels amazing. So the best way I can describe this, I've had many other products that I really liked in my beard. This is the only product I've ever used. After using it, the oil during the day, the butter at night, every night for a week straight, when I would wake up in the morning, take a shower, absolutely nothing in my beard still felt amazing. Did not feel curly and dry like it typically does.
Mm-hmm.
This was the only product to do that for me. Super impressive.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I'm right there with you. And I mean, you're talking about so many products that Kyle and I have tried. I mean, we've gone, anywhere from, just, the CBD oils, the hemp seed oils that are so popular and so good for your beards. Even those did not make my beard feel as good as these sea minerals and it's just blowing my mind. I mean, I'm like,
Right.
I have to have a smile on my face when I say it because I just don't even fully believe it, but it's true.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I'm right there with Kyle. When I woke up the next morning, I mean, my beard felt great. It almost felt like I didn't even need to put anything else in it.
Right.
And it was, I
Amazing.
mean, it was just such a unique experience. And my beard accepted it and it told me it wanted more. Yes, my
Yeah,
beard talked to me and said, Joe, put more of this oil and more of this butter in my beard. I mean, just crazy. Never had an experience like this.
for sure. So I know what y'all are thinking. What are the scents of these oils? We have 5 different scents to go over with you. Let's go ahead and do it.
All right, you guys. So it's very rare that we find a company where Kyle and I are both aligned on all the scents that we talk about. So let's just dive right into it. And it's only fitting that I start off with Copper John's backwood coffee scent. There you go. All right. So very simple, coffee and vanilla. And man, oh man, I mean, if I was a coffee drinker, this is exactly how I'd want my coffee to be. Fresh out of the pot with like a splash of creamer in it. And man, does it smell so good. And the scent duration on it, about 4 to 6 hours. At least that's what I got for me. What did you think, my man?
Yeah, so I'm not a coffee drinker, but ever since I joined the beard game, I love coffee scents at this point.
Yeah.
If this one is not my favorite coffee scent, it's right up there, like 1, 2. So to me, there's different types of coffee scents. You get like those artificial type of scents. This smells like fresh ground coffee. I love that there's vanilla in it, and it just sweets it up just a real little bit, but it doesn't smell like a sugary cup of coffee by any means. This is
Right.
straight fresh ground coffee. Absolutely love it. This was my second favorite.
Awesome. Awesome. All right. Do you want to talk about our next one?
Yeah. So the one that I'm going to talk about next is Woodland Breeze.
Mm-hmm.
And then, Joe, do you have that profile there in front of you?
Yep. Cedar, fir, and eucalyptus.
Yeah, so unique, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
This one's so this is an interesting one for me. So this is one that when I smelled out a bottle, I definitely liked it, but it didn't really do anything for me. I was like, okay, it's a good outdoor type of scent, but nothing crazy or anything like that. Once you get this in beard and you heat it up, this scent explodes. I'm picking up a ton of different outdoor woodsy scent. And the best way I can describe it is just a really fun scent. If you like outdoorsy, this is for you.
Yeah. One of the things that I love about these scents is that when you get these oils or any product, the butter or the oil in your beard, these products and these scents tell a completely different story in your beard compared to the bottle. Now, when I smelled all of these in the bottle, I was like, oh man, this is going to be good. But as soon as I got them in my beard, I mean, it was just mind blown. With this specific scent, I didn't know how much I was going to like it because I'm so iffy when it comes to that straight outdoor type scent. But man, all of these profiles blend in so nicely with one another. And it actually made me want to go out and exercise and do a hike. I mean, that's how good it was. And I'm the biggest couch potato you'll ever eat. So that tells you something.
Right.
Yeah. All right. So let's dive into the mountain river. And have you picked up that there's like a theme going on with all these scents? I mean,
Right.
This is obviously a very outdoor inspired company. But still a lot of these, even though they're like outdoor, the majority of these I would consider close to everyday wears for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So let's dive into the Mountain River. Now that is a smoky, cedar, and orange. All right, man. So I gotta dive into this one because when I first smelled this one, this was the one that was like the least intriguing to me when I smelled out of the bottle. I was like, all right, we got another smoky type scent, been there, done that kind of thing. But again, when you put these in beards, they tell a whole different story. This isn't your average smoky type scent, okay? This is as if you were taking a piece of cedar, have a lighter or a match, and you're literally just burning it. And you're not smelling the smoke that's coming from it, but you're actually smelling the burnt cedar. And then out of nowhere, this orange comes in and just adds this unique freshness to it. And it is unbelievable in beard. It went from being my least favorite in bottle to probably my second favorite in beard. What did you think, man?
Yeah, Joe, well said, man. I agree with every word that you said. I've never smelled a scent like this in the beard game. I do not like smoky scents, period. Joe knows that.
Yeah.
This is so different. Oh, I wish you guys could smell it. So I'm picking up the smoke, but that cedar makes it such a fresh scent. And then that orange cools it down, almost like a hint of straight citrus. Like I don't smell straight orange, just a little hit of citrus. And it really is just such a unique scent. I really grew to enjoy this a lot.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go ahead and talk about our next scent here. Talk about another unique one. So this one is the Summer Citrus.
Speaking of citrus, yeah.
Right. And again, we have smelled so many citrus scents. And to be honest, I like most of them, but how different can you make a citrus scent?
I'll tell you, add a cologne type feel to it.
And I wish we had smell of it.
And that's what Tyson did with this one.
Yeah, it is. Online, it's described as a cologne scent, and I definitely see what he's saying, but there's just something more to it almost like it's grapefruit, but I cannot put my finger on it.
Yeah, there's definitely a wide mix of fruits in there.
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely I think there. I mean, I want to say there's definitely grapefruit in there. I don't
Okay.
know for sure, but I mean, that's what I get. But I mean, there's definitely something unique in there that's just balancing it off. And I mean,
Yeah. And point of the story, it is a unique citrus scent, nothing like we smelled. We both love it. It is such a good scent. This is the one that I actually have in the butter as well.
right. This is probably the longest lasting non-spice citrus that
Right.
I've used, which is very telling because a lot of citrus scents you'll be lucky to get about 2 hours out of. This
Hmm.
was something that stuck with me for about 4 hours, which is, for beards our length is actually really good. And it's different than obviously a spice citrus because then there's no spice in there. But it was crazy that he was able to make this last as long as it did.
Right. All right, Joe, go ahead and talk about probably the star of the show.
Yes, absolutely. This was a scent that Kyle and I were both aligned from the get-go. We basically opened, from separate houses, opened our beard mail together
We
with
did.
because we were so excited, for these to come in. And right off the bat, we both agreed that the Nightfall cologne was both of our favorites. I mean, you want to talk about an everyday wear.
Hmm.
I mean, this is it. This is absolutely it. Now, the one downfall that I will say is that on the website, there isn't a true description on exactly what the scent profiles are. So I couldn't even begin to tell you what is in here. But I mean, it is masculine, it is sexy. I mean, it is something that I would wear for work. It is something that I would wear to take my beautiful wife out on a date with. I mean, for any occasion, all day, every day this is the kind of scent I'm wearing. And I mean, just just warm, musky, manly. Loved it.
Yeah. Yeah. That was the first time I've ever heard you describe a scent of a beard product as sexy. And I got to tell you, I loved it because I completely agree.
Yeah.
This cologne scent is not only one of my favorite cologne scents, this is one of my favorite scents of all time.
Mhm.
This really, truly was an everyday wear. There's really not a lot of cologne scents that I would like in a butter to wear overnight. This one, I would. This one, like you
Yeah.
said, this one's good for going out. This one's
Yeah.
good for work. This one's good for going to bed. There's just so many occasions. Tyson really nailed this scent. It's
Yeah.
absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
The
then
only
really, go
I
ahead.
was just gonna say the only thing I wish if there's one scent that I wish lasted just a little bit longer was this scent. But
Hmm.
I will tell you, I will be picking up the matching butter to go with it because the butter is one of those butters that is perfect for night and day. So you
Right.
better believe I'll be combining both of these, especially during the day, to really amp up that scent too.
Yep.
Yep.
And I'm
Didn't mean
glad
to
you
cut
brought
you
that.
off, man. What?
I'm glad you brought that up just real quick. We forgot to show you. So this is a poured butter.
Yes.
You can just see what it looks like. Super creamy, super rich butter.
Mhm.
Absolutely loved it.
Yeah. Yeah, just to kind of show you how easy it is. Yeah,
Yep.
and it feels kind of like, like firm in the jar a little bit, but as you start to like scoop, I mean, it just turns into, pure cream. And I haven't even
Right.
put anything in my beard yet, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do it right now.
Yeah. Go ahead. It melts down so nice. This is, to me, this is an AM or a PM butter, which is rare to find.
Right.
But you can
A
see how
true
it's
hybrid, a true hybrid for sure.
right. Yeah, it's taming those flyaways. You can just see by you doing that. So, all right, guys. So, one thing that we want to talk with you about that we're really excited about is we do have a discount code for you. This is an affiliate discount code, so we would get a small kickback. So, Kyle and Joe 15 is going to save you guys 15%. We'll go ahead and we make sure we'll throw that in the description below.
Right.
But one question that we want to leave you guys with is, what do you think? Have you ever heard of Ionic Sea minerals before? And if you haven't, I know I haven't. If you haven't, what do you think about the products? Go ahead and throw it in there. But one thing I want to leave you guys with is, you got to try this company. We absolutely loved it. I know it'll work for your beard as well. Joe, what do you want to say before we sign
Yeah.
off, man?
2 thumbs up. It would be 4 thumbs up if you go ahead and just do it with me. Thank you.
There we go.
I mean, if there was ever a company that we would truly say and recommend, I mean, this is absolutely it. I don't think there's ever been a brand, and we've covered a lot of brand new companies who are doing amazing things and we're off to really solid starts. I mean, I don't think there's a newer company that is off to a better start than this. I
Yeah.
mean, you would think he's been doing this for, I mean, 10 years. I mean, that's what it comes down to.
Right.
And there's a reason why so quickly we've become affiliates with Tyson and his company. Because I mean, if you haven't picked up on our passion, then I don't know what you guys are watching, but this is a company who is going to be around for a very, very long time. And we will be seeing them absolutely again in future videos. That's a guarantee.
Absolutely. So that's all the time that we have for you guys today. But as always, keep it growing.
And we'll talk to you at the next one. Cousins out.
Welcome back from the intro, guys. All right, so let's go ahead and dive into price. Let's dive into presentation. Before we do, let's talk a little bit about the owner. Let's talk about the company. So today, we're going to be talking about Copper John's Beard Co. And we've had the privilege of getting to know the owner, Tyson, over the last month or so, which has really been awesome. Tyson's a great guy, very smart guy, big family man. He's got a nice sized family, which is really
I
cool.
have to stop you for whatever reason. I'm sorry. For whatever reason, your camera is staying blurry.
It's out of focus. That's never happened.